Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today I'm creating a layout for the July bingo challenge at the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And for this one we were to use animal print papers as well as getting a full animal on our page. And so I remembered that I had this old book from Recollections, and I never used the actual book itself. I always pulled the papers out. And so I remember that book, though, had some animal print papers. I don't really have a whole lot of animal print papers in my stash, so I had remembered that this book had some, so I went ahead and pulled those out. And so you see them there. And all of the papers except for that background of the cream-colored cardstock and then that tealy green grid paper that I have down on my layout right now, that one's from Chamel. And other than those two pattern papers, everything else, all these smaller 8.5 by 11 pattern papers are all from that Recollections booklet, which is really old. Like, gosh, it's probably probably 2010 maybe. It might even be earlier than that. So I'm just going through and cutting the papers. I kind of have an idea in my head that my plan for this layout is going to be sort of a grid style layout. And on this page, I am going to actually get 3 photos on the page, which again, most of my videos, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I am generally a 1 to 2 picture scrapper. So it's kind of fun that some of these challenges have been pushing me to get more photos on my pages, which is kind of nice to get a few more in there. So this one does end up with 3, and like I said, I'm going for a sort of a grid. I'm going to call it a looser grid because my embellishing doesn't stay within the grid, but you'll see as we go along. So the first thing I'm going to do is my 2 larger 4x6 photos. I kept them in the 4x6 size, and I am just matting them on a piece of paper from that booklet, that Recollections booklet. And this one has sort of just a light wood grain in a gray on the background. And then I'm going to cut down this other photo, and I'm going to actually mount that on that. To me, I think it's going for a cheetah kind of print. It is with like the spots being in gray and the background paper is kind of a cream. And so that third photo gets matted on that animal print. Excuse me. And you'll see off to the side, I layered up 3 of the other pages or papers. I just layered them up and put them one on top of the other. The other animal print, which is like a zebra print, and I actually took and left the edge of that paper. When you pull them out of the book, it has obviously the tear strip, and so I actually left that on that zebra print paper, and I have that layered up with the layers off to the side where I'm also putting that vellum giraffe. Now the other thing that I pulled from my stash is last month I had created with a washi book a whole bunch of these punched little flowers, and so I grabbed those that I had left over from my stash, and I'm going to use the colors that match the papers from those little flowers to go on this layout because they actually match the pictures perfectly. So you'll see here that I've laid out my grid. I've put my glued my pictures down, and now I've created those embellishment clusters with those flowers that I was just telling you about, and I just have a punched circle using a piece of that wood grain paper in the back that I'm putting all the flowers on. So I'm kind of making sort of a little cluster for each of my 3 embellishment clusters on this layout. And so I have one over by the giraffe, and then I have one to the bottom left of the photo, and then one above the photo on the right at the top. And so I'm also using these really old, they're like a fabric sort of sticker. I'm using those as well, and I'm just using the circles from those, and I'm also using some Bella Boulevard puffy hearts in yellow. And here you see I have grabbed some thickers and I am putting on my title, which is Giraffe Love. And at first I think I'm going to use one of these other different colored alphas, and one was blending too much into the background and the other was too small. So I'm going to go back and use those same thickers. And apart from that, I'm going to put my journaling down there in the corner, and I have stamped my title at the top. And other than that, that completes this layout. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them down below, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.